There is rumor in movies this week that we might be seeing, well, it's not even rumor, it's actually an update on everyone's favorite doomed deep sea city in the movies section, so there's that. Another update on another giant situation in the movies section. We actually have a script that is going to bring Gotham back to the big screen. And another trailer that is going to bring us some legendary hunter action that is a little bit different than the last time they released a trailer for this one, so I don't know what it's doing for the hype level, but this is the movie section. Let's go. Welcome, nerds, to the Clips channel. You are about to watch the movie news for the week, at least since the last time you were here, probably. So, movie news, this is a smaller portion of a larger video. If you want to get all of the nerdy news, all of the pop culture stuff that's going on, go check out the main channel, Generally Nerdy. The name of the show you're looking for is called The Week in Nerddom, and that's where you can get everything. Or you can just stay here and specifically watch movie news. We're going to talk about upcoming movies, we're going to talk about things that are happening in the box office right now, see how they're doing, that kind of stuff, and yeah, the kind of everything pertaining to movies. So let's jump into that.
Subscribe. That is all.
All right, follow-ups, corrections, movies. We got a couple. First up, we got a follow-up finally on Bioshock. The movie is happening. It actually is moving forward. We have word from director Francis Lawrence. He has an initial draft of the movie, of the script rather. It was penned by Justin Rhodes, who did the Unreal Tournament and the Warhammer 40K episodes of Secret Level over on Prime. And also original screenwriter Michael Green stepped out, but like between the two of them, there's a lot to go on with this. It has been 3 years since we got any positive motion forward, but now it seems that with the regime change at Netflix, with the change of the writers, and you know, we got the director set a little while ago in Francis Lawrence, maybe that is great things and we're going to be seeing it 2026, 2027? 26 is probably a little bit overzealous in the hopes there, but by 2027, man, that sounds totally feasible. So crossing our fingers, we'll be keeping tabs. Let's move on. Next up, we have finally an update again on the Batman 2. Not just James Gunn saying you guys are crazy for believing those rumors about it being canceled or whatever the hell, but we now officially have Matt Reeves has turned in his script for the movie. There is now at least a version of a script. It still has to be approved. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure Gunn has approved it. That's not to say it's going to be the final version of the script, but it is something to start doing pre-production on the movie for. So thank God we're actually on some sort of track with this movie, because we don't want Robert Pattinson to be like 60 by the time they actually film it, because that'd be ridiculous. And then another thing, this one's actually kind of quick because we already knew that Toy Story 5 was going to be a thing. We just got a couple of casting updates, one very specific casting update actually. Conan O'Brien, Coco himself, Mr. Red Hair with the thing and the crazy on the hot ones, he has been cast in a new character for the 5th movie called Smarty Pants. The movie is still on track for release June 19th of 2026. So we're still a year away, but it's gonna be a short year, I bet. That is what we have for follow-ups. Let's talk about trailer. So the first trailer here is that Predator movie, Killer of Killers. It's the animated movie. When we talked about this previously, I was confused and none of you called me on it. So give me all of your nerd cards right now. But yeah. When we first talked about this, I thought it was going to be a series because, I don't know, I missed the part in the announcement that said it was going to be a movie, and the trailer looked to be different art styles, so it kind of made sense that they were going to do a series. But that is apparently not the case. It is going to be a movie. It's all one art style. I am an idiot. Thank you very much. It is going to, no release date for it just yet. It's going straight to Hulu. It is the same director as Prey, so just so you know, if you didn't like Prey, maybe you're not going to like this one much either, but Prey was actually not terrible, so it wasn't even that bad at all. Yeah, so go check that out. It does a little bit for the hype building, but like, I mean, it's Predator. You're going to go watch a Predator movie regardless. All right, nerds, our May sale is up. We do have our special shirt for May. I know it's only 2 weeks, but that's the way the last one went too, so that's the way this one's gonna go. Although the shirt was up a little bit longer than the sale was active. So, and I will put on screen what the code is to get your discount, because I haven't decided exactly what it is, but by the time this episode goes up, it will be active. But we do have our May shirt. It is Metal Nerd. I am a metal nerd, and so anyone else out there who joins me in that celebration, you now have a shirt that you can show the whole world your true metal nerd colors. So go check out. Actually, we're going to have 3 different metal nerd shirts. Only one of them is active right now, but throughout the course of this 2 weeks, I will have all 3 of them up. So go check out the store. Again, link in the description. You can go do that. I'm super pleased with the way these shirts are turning out, so go check them out, go buy one. That is our sponsor, I guess, for this. So now let's jump back into the news. And then the other one that kind of took me by surprise, I didn't fully remember that they were working on this, and that is Zootopia 2 has dropped a new trailer. The release date on this one is November 26th, so this year, not that far out. Yeah, go check it out. It's a lot of fun. Zootopia 1 was a lot of fun. Zootopia 2, also going to be a lot of fun, it looks like. That's what we got there. Let's talk about some regular ass news. We have one sizable piece, kind of, and that has to do with the Deathgasm movies. If you don't know what this is, it is a horror comedy set around a metal band that comes from New Zealand, I'm pretty sure is where these guys filmed. It has now been announced that they're getting not just a prequel comic, but also a video game for this. Prequel comic is a prequel for the second movie, which is set to come out, I believe, later this year. Yeah, I didn't write down the date because, again, amazing note taker, this guy right here. So yeah, it is set to release. I'm about 90% sure because Matt Heafy did the soundtrack for it, and he was talking about that like a year ago. It's been plenty of time for pre-production, and they're now announcing this stuff. So yeah, it seems to be adding up. So the prequel comic is going to be called Deathgasm 1.5 Director's Cut. It will bridge the gap between the movies because, of course, it will. And then the video game is just going to be called Deathgasm the video game. It's going to be a retro style 16-bit side scroller, kind of like you would expect, because we got the Jason Voorhees and the Michael Myers side scrollers. I don't think it's the same companies that's doing this, but all of these companies that are doing the comic book and the video game are all in association officially with Metalheads Inc, which is the director's production company. So he has an active say in the development of all of the things related to his movie. So if you're a fan of Deathgasm, I personally have yet to watch it, though it's on the list. And yeah, it's kind of cool, right? So go check out the things. You can find a link to the Kickstarter for I think it's just the comic. I don't think they're doing the Kickstarter for the video game yet, though. All that information will be there. Go follow the link in the show notes. That is what we have for movies this week. Aside from our suggestion this week for movies, honestly, I'm just gonna go with this one because I just watched it. I've been debating whether or not what the hell we should suggest this week. Speaking of well done movies, speaking of nerdy professions, My Cousin Freaking Vinny is for free on Peacock right now. So if you have Peacock, I think you don't even have to have the subscription to Peacock. You can be on the free tier and still watch My Cousin Vinny. Don't hold me to that, but I think it's true. Just a freaking fantastic movie from the early 90s. Like, they came out in what, like 91 or so? And again, literally just watched it before coming to film, and I can't speak highly enough of this. You have Joe Pesci just in one of the... When I think of Joe Pesci roles, this is usually the first one. I know the Goodfellas things is usually what other people think of, but I mean, it just kills it here. He kills it. And we also have Ralph Macchio in one of his first roles ever, just fantastic also in this movie. And then Marissa Tomei, also just kind of awesome. Like, just comes in the nick of time and saves the day at the end of the, just so much fun. All of the lawyering, like you can go watch the lawyers react to these movies and so on and so forth. Every one of those things, one of those videos that I've watched, usually the lawyer's like, no, this is actually pretty good. They don't really screw much up here. This is pretty close to how we would do things. So yeah, it's just a lot of fun, a hell of a good time, and a very well done movie. So if you want to nerd out, there's plenty to nerd out about these performances. There's plenty to nerd out about the way the movie is directed. And you've got Herman freaking Munster sitting behind in the judge's robes, banging the gavel and stuff. So it's just nerdy all around. Go check out My Cousin Vinny over on Peacock. That is your movie suggestion for the week. Thank you very much, nerds, for tuning in. If you want to level up your nerdy, geeky, pop culture knowledge, then don't forget to subscribe and do all of the things. Go check out the main channel, Generally Nerdy, for the larger portion. Again, you get all of the sections into one convenient video over on Generally Nerdy. The name of the show is The Week in Nerddom. Thank you for checking out this clip. We will see you next time. Before we go, though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.